Oh, Rabbi Wilhelm, where are you? I see that your wheels are here. Oh, two sets of wheels. One for me, one for you. Look at that.
We make the show nice and neat. What is this? All over the place. Anyways, but these wheels really have to do with this week's Parsha. Because in this week's Parsha, it's all about Nisyonis. And it's the Nisyon of all the Nisyonis. The Nisyon of the Akedah. That the Eibishter says, oh, this is it. This one, I know that you're for real. And every time we want to daven and we ask Hashem for something, and we want to plead, we pull out that free out of jail card, which is, we mention, look what Avraham and Yitzchak did. They did the Akedah. That is the great Nisyon, the real test. So now, what does it have to do with these wheels? Hello, I'm talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
What does it have to do with these wheels?
You're talking to me. Oh,
so what does it have to do with the wheels? So I
me.
heard somebody saying, how should a yid deal with wheels? Well, not wheels. How should a yid deal with pressure, with on a sign, a stumbling block? So there's two ways. Somebody gives you a peckle to carry. You could either put it on your head and, or you put it under you. First of all, it lifts you up inch or two, whatever, and you put wheels under it and make the Nisayan move you from place to place. So this is what this is all about. Every Nisayan lifts you up and brings you higher to a higher place. Okay, but I'm looking and davening today. This in the Akedah. First of all, in Shulchan Aruch it says we mention it every single day because when we daven, we want to have some good stuff. We say, remember what this is all about.
Oh, 1 second. Here, look. Schleppen Pekelachs and everything.
Hey, it's falling. It's breaking. Be careful.
This is
it's a real Nisayan.
You actually you organized this? Is this part of the...
Okay, no. Let's go. So what do we say right before the Akedah? We say, please remember as a chesed v'as a shvur shenishbat al Avram Avinu b'har HaMoriah and the Akedah that of Yitzchak.
I'm convinced you know how to read now.
First of all, the Akedah came before the Shavua. So why is that in that order? So perhaps you could say, and this is for all the guys who are very careful when they daven. Mm-hmm. And the answer is because Avram Avinu gets the mention as a Shavuot and a Shabbat al Avram Avinu. This is one of the few places where we give the credit for Yitzchak, for Akedas Yitzchak, and not so much in Avram. But usually the common question is, Yitzchak wasn't a youngster. Yitzchak was in the 30s then. Give him some credit. But then we see something else. When we finish saying the Akedah, we say, just like the Avram Avinu withheld his Rachmanis. In other words, Avram Avinu's chesed. And Avram Avinu couldn't do this. So much so that some Mefarshim say that Yitzchak says to him, Avi, you are my father? I know you as a Mr. Nice Guy. I know you only as somebody who could do chesed. How can you lift up a knife? Yeah, what's going on? And another beautiful thing.
Who are you?
Another beautiful thing is Yitzchak turns to Avram and says, where is the animal that we're using for the Eilah? You know when he asked him the question? 2 or 3 days into the journey. Why didn't he ask him from the beginning? Something that they're walking along and he's figuring out why only at the end. So a beautiful answer was given. Certain questions you don't ask in public. So, until Avram Avinu had Eliezer there and Yishmael, you don't have, these are private, this is between you and Tati. When they left, he says, what's going on? But one of the things that bothered him, this is really you? You're chesed? And how does this work? So over here we say, just like Avram Avinu withheld his chesed, his midah chesed, and did what was supposed to be done, so to Eibishter, you withhold and you do it's the exact opposite. I don't know if you ever thought when you were davening. Avram Avinu was withholding chesed to do gevura. What are you laughing? But we're asking the Eibishter should withhold his gevura and be nice to us. But it fits. It's nice, right?
It fits.
Anyway, the reason why this Nisayan the story is so important is because besides for all the Chassidish Hezberim, what's special about this Nisayan, I heard from a wonderful Chassid, his name is Rabbi Yosef Wolfson, that the Eibishter, he called me this week and told me at Dvar Torah, he says the Eibishter never does something that's not good for a Yid. If something happens, there's a reason and a rhyme and reason why you're there and how it's going to make you better. Okay,
is that the word?
No, Vatelech, Vatesa, he has a...
What's the whole word?
No, it's too long.
No.
Listen, but I want to mention
Hello. What's the word?
Two things about chinuch. Okay, I'll tell you soon. 2 things about chinuch.
I'm finishing it right now. You don't tell me.
No. 2 beautiful things about...
What? Okay. What's the word?
The word is the Eibishter says, I'm going to tell Avraham Avinu about Sdoim because I can't withhold it from him. This is a man that educates his children. He's a man that educates his children to do good. And because of the education, he's going to have a legacy that's going to follow him. Therefore, I must share all information with him. I saw a phenomenal story. A kid came over once. He saw Reb Shlomo Zalman Auerbach walking in the street, and he started nudging him like a kid does. He says, I don't understand. I learned in school today that Ratzah Kodesh Baruch Hu Zakas Yisrael Leficha Chir B'Lehem Torah Mitzvahs. Come on, Rebbe. Chir B'Lehem Torah Mitzvahs. I can't do this. I can't do that. Where's the Zakas Yisrael? I feel it's a load on my head. So he gave a beautiful asber. He said, you woke up this morning, you put on your clothes. Did you put on your shoes? So sure. Did you put on your right shoe first? Yes. Did you tie your left? Did you realize it? Why did you do that? You did that because that's a halacha. The Eibishter was so kind to us that he made even a mundane thing like putting on your shoes, he put a mitzvah into it. So we have another way how to tap into the Eibishter. Even when you eat, you make a bracha. You're supposed to eat. You can't survive without eating, but suddenly it becomes holy. That's why a lot of people eat a lot, because they want to be holy. Or what are you looking at? But there's one more point. One more point of chinuch, a knockout, another, and the Haftarah. Yes. And the Haftarah, the first story in the Haftarah is where the woman comes and says to Elisha, my husband died, and now the guy is coming to take away our kids. And the question is, why is she making this whole announcement that my husband died? He died some time ago. It didn't happen just yesterday. What does it have to do to say I'm in trouble and the guy is coming to take away kids? So I saw from the Evan HaOzel a beautiful pshat. You hear? Eli Roosevelt, Zishi Kunya, Levi Kunya, all the people who, a beautiful pshat. Pshat is like this. A person could pass away, a father could pass away, but his legacy, his education was implanted so strong that he's mahu b'chaim, mavzar b'chaim. But over here, the woman comes to Elisha and says, I know my husband passed away, but until now, the education that my husband did is still, the atmosphere in the home is still Yiddish, Hasidish, mitatam. But Oivei, the Noisha is coming to take away the kids. When he takes them away, we won't have it anymore. As long as they're in my home, we still have that Yiddish Atam. That's Hasidish Atam. If he takes away Avda Chameis, that's going to kill my husband. My husband is still alive now. So we have to make sure from the story of the Parsha and the story of the Parsha Sai L'Manash Yitzhava Banav Acharov, and how Avraham Avinu teaches his son Yitzchak Mesiras Nefesh, and the Haftarah to educate our kids to be Yiddish, Chassidish, and have an everlasting effect.
Oh man, good Shabbos. You're on fire today. Look at you. Wow, these must be some good wheels.
Should I go home?
I think that yeah, let's go.
Okay, thank you. Good Shabbos.